Hi guys, my name is Indian Agent 47 and this is the analysis and review of Wolfenstein Youngblood storyline. Obvious spoilers ahead and let's begin. But let me clear an important thing out of the way first. I haven't actually played the actual game itself. Yep, just like the new Colossus, I just watched the all cutscene video by Gamers Riddle Playground, which you're also seeing right now. I have added a link to the video in the description. I couldn't get the game for a lot of reasons, like my internet being very slow currently, and it would take a lot of time, somewhere around a week, to download it, and the price is in my opinion very high, and I for the most part buy games on discounts. Also, personally, I like Wolfenstein for the story and not the gameplay. It's not like I haven't played any Wolf game either. I've played the New Order and the Old Blood. The first got me into this franchise. So now that's out of the way, let's begin. I would like to start off by saying one thing. What Zerhole Machine Games? Did I really just wait 2 years for this? Way to ruin a great franchise. There are just too many things wrong with this game, and it's a damn shame. Because it starts off with this amazing cutscene and it reminds you why you love this franchise in the first place. But everything after that goes downhill. The concept of this game is great. We got the Old Blood a year after the New Order, which used the same established mechanics of the New Order and wrapped them with a new, though prequel storyline and setting. It was perfect. It showed what happened just before the opening of the New Order in a great 10-hour adventure. And it was made very quickly, 1 to release a DLC-like installment using the same mechanics, and 2 to tie the gap or the wait between the New Order and its sequel, the New Colossus, which released 3 years later. And it's the exact same thing here. Just like the Old Blood was like a big expansion story DLC to the New Order, Youngblood is the same thing to the New Colossus, though being released 2 years later instead of 1. And the storyline and theme here are near perfect. Play as the Blazkowicz kids in the 80s. Sure, you're ignoring World War III or the events which happened after the New Colossus, but hey, it'd still be awesome. This is Machine Games, these guys know what they're doing. But that's all on paper, and the execution of it is a completely different thing. I'm overall not very impressed. It's not the worst thing ever. On a scale of bad, average code, it falls a little bit behind average. So now let's do the actual story analysis. As I said before, the opening cutscene is fantastic, well except the parts where Anya turns sort of super aggressive, which I think is a little out of character. The last 3 Wolfenstein games cutscenes were in my opinion the things of class. Their high quality of acting, directing and visuals along with the brilliant storytelling really did it for me, and that's why I'm a fan of these. Youngblood picked up on the legacy, and the first cutscene is no less brilliant. It shows the post-liberated America, presumably after World War III, which starts at the end of the New Colossus, where BJ and Anya are training their twin daughters for surviving in the Nazi-occupied world. That's pretty much what happens in this cutscene, and you get introduced to the characters. Now, BJ suddenly decides to leave to some place without informing anyone where he's headed, and Anya turns to Grace for help, who has now become the head of the FBI. The Blazkowicz twins, along with Grace's daughter, find a secret room where BJ was doing some research. They find out he's headed to Paris and head there with Grace's mother shouting them to stop. It was an okay cutscene, not much of interest and hence not much to say about it. But now from here onwards till the Brother Towers parts end, there's hardly any storyline. Sure, they meet this lady in Paris who sends them on a mission in exchange of Blazkowicz location info, and they storm these 4 towers with hardly any story except some dialogue from mini boss fights. Believe me, I was bored till the time we reached Brother Tower 2, and I closed the light and went to sleep. It's really boring and it's weird, cause in the last few games, everything Blazkowicz did, every location he visited, every shootout, everything had a strong reason and story behind it. Not like here. But anyways, after they've completed the missions, there comes the game's first twist. The 2 guys who gave them missions are in fact Nazis in disguise, and they attempt to stop them, but plot armor saves them or the enemies. Grace's daughter also loses her eye, and if you're wondering why I call her that, it's cause I can't remember her name. Sorry. Now I won't lie, this twist was actually pretty well done. I didn't see it coming from a mile or at least a few kilometers away. And now they run towards them and ultimately find BJ. Now here comes some serious parts. Apparently BJ traveled and destroyed some universes while trying to kill Hitler. Now before I proceed further, I would like to say, Hitler's assassination was done off screen? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the biggest blow to me from this game. The entire premise of World War III and Hitler and America's liberation, man, that's some idea of the month material. Just joking, it's the best idea ever for a sequel. And now you might say, We'll see that in Wolf 3, and yes, that's true, but in the end of Youngblood, Blasco says to the twins that they're going to be in charge instead of him and Anya like always. Developers, do you like shooting yourself in the foot? I just hope the next game continues with BJ from the ending of the new Colossus. And finally, Blasco says that there are multiple universes or something, and now while it does sound cool, I'm not exactly fluttered, as it's obvious they're hinting towards the Doom fan theory with Doom's Hell in Mars world and Wolfenstein's world being in the same universe. That's pretty awesome for fans of the Doom franchise, but for me personally, I've never played it, so this section just felt meh to me. Ultimately, they kill Lothar and Juju, who's his wife slash sidekick. Did I mention these guys before? And then everyone unites and laughs and everyone lives happily ever after. Yay! Just kidding, but it's pretty close to this. And as I said, the twins are now in charge and they're going to liberate the rest of the world or something, I don't know. If I had one word to describe this storyline, I would say shiz. Don't Google it, by the way. But not everything is really bad though. I haven't yet played the game, but it looks pretty good. Especially the locations look nice. These levels were made by Arkane Studios, who also make Dishonored, which is one of my favorite franchises. Games like Dishonored, Hitman, Deus Ex have very open multi-layered levels with hidden areas and entry points for stealth, and I personally love these. And it's great seeing Wolfenstein join the stream. I hope they keep this level design for future installments. There's a feature which is basically that you have to change ammo in your gun to a triangle or a square to match a certain enemy's weakness and defeat them easily or something, which sounds like torture, and I'm now happy I didn't buy this game. This game also had a proper boss battle unlike the new Colossus, which is a step up. Also, the storyline, while being not so good, wasn't like the worst thing either. They clearly put a lot of effort into this. It's the problems with the direction and the plot. The actors did a fine job and some dialogue pieces were well written and some very funny. On a rating scale though, I would give this game a 6, no more, no less. That's in my opinion the perfect score, no questions. Anyways, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Also, it's been quite some time since I uploaded a video like this, so I apologize, and I'll surely publish a review-esque video like this every Sunday. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you all later.